Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Afternoon FM. I'm sitting here with the man, the myth, the legend, rapper, entertainer, photographer, graphic designer.
I do a lot of things.
He only has dope. Only. OGD, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, what's good? Yo, I do a lot of things. Yes, I do. I do a lot of things. I'm not that much of a photographer, though. I will say I'm not that. If you give me a camera, listen. If you give me a camera, I got you. But I'm not that much of a photographer. What's good? How we feeling?
What's going on, OGD? Long time no see, man. We've been chilling for the past thing, sipping on some Earl Grey. Mm-hmm. Today we're gonna go into a little bit of OGD's life, his work, his like formative years of making music, and talk a little bit about life in general. And
listen, man, I'm down. I love to talk.
Hell yeah! So tell me a little bit about your early life, bro.
Damn, where do we start? Do you have?
Well, tell me where you're from.
Okay, first of all, I bet that's a great question. All right, so I am from Paterson, New Jersey. All right, I was definitely raised in Paterson. I was born at, I forget which hospital. I have to check I always got to check my birth certificate to know which hospital. I always forget. But I was born. I think the hospital. I think the one in Clifton is where I was born in. Is there a St. Joe's in Clifton? I think there's a St. Joe's in Clifton.
Is there a St. Joe's in Clifton?
I might have made that up.
I don't know.
But
the one I may have.
Raised in Paterson up until probably like 5th grade.
5th grade?
Yeah, 5th grade. 5th grade is when I started to move around. That's when I started to move around. So
where are you bouncing around?
Prospect Park, fucking Clifton, Wayne, North Heldon. And North Heldon is where I really kind of settled down for a while. Oh, Hawthorne too.
Really? You were in North Heldon for a while?
Yeah, dude. I was in North Heldon from like 6th grade, from 6th grade to about 8th grade.
Huh.
And probably a little bit of high school, but I think around high school is when I moved to Hawthorne.
Oh, where? Mm-hmm. When did you end up at Manchester?
I was in Manchester while I was in North Heldon probably for like the first year, I think.
Really?
Yeah, for the first year, I think. And I think sophomore year on, I had a fire.
Really? Tell me about that.
I had a fucking fire.
Wait, what?
Fuck. Damn, that's crazy. So, when was it? I think it was Christmas. I don't remember when it was, though.
Well, you had a fire in your house at Christmas?
Yes. Yeah, it gets even crazier, though. It gets even crazier, though.
All right, tell us something.
I don't know how deep I should get into it, but I definitely had a fire.
I mean, did you start the fire?
I didn't, but it was an intentional fire. It was an intentional fire. I did not start the fire. I didn't start the fire.
For the record, his girlfriend is signaling right now, like, don't talk. He's just literally like his lawyer right now. She didn't want to be on a mic just so she could signal for him to like, no, don't talk about the fire. Don't talk about the fire.
I'm not gonna get too into it. I'm not gonna get too into it.
Were there any hurt bystanders?
Well, because I don't wanna like, for the person who, I don't wanna, like, you know what I mean? So
Jesus.
It was a fire, and it was an intentional fire, and I definitely...
It was an intentional fire?
It was an intentional fire. Yeah, it was an intentional fire. And it's definitely something that I guess, kind of changed, a lot. And that's the reason I had to move, and inevitably ended up moving to to Hawthorne, because we had our own house in North Heldon and everything. House, own backyard, everything. After that, we started living in like condominiums and developments and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But
how do you think it affected you? Like,
crazy, very, very crazy. Damn, bro. So yeah, fuck. I'm gonna just say it, dude. My brother started that fire.
Damn.
My older brother started that fire. My older brother started that shit.
Why?
So I have an older brother. Yeah, he kind of, it gets a little deep, whatever, but he started that fire. He has his reasonings, it was Christmas time. He has his reasoning. He deals with mental illness. You know what I mean? Definitely something he battles with, and that caused him to do it. It was a lot going on. That was a bad time. And I can't remember too much of it because, I definitely blocked it out. But that is definitely the point, though, where I stopped living in North Heldon and I moved to Hawthorne. And, I think first I moved to a development in North Heldon, and then after that we moved to Hawthorne. And, yeah.
Nice.
But, either way, the houses were still, even the development were fucking beautiful. You know what I mean? Like they were so fucking amazing. You know what I mean? Like they were awesome. You know, and yeah, that time was crazy because like that was I went from being with my brother, and having a brother back then was so difficult for me because I did have to deal with him and his his disabilities, I guess, and me being trying to be the social butterfly that I wanted to be. Like it was always this like issue with like it was always this issue with me kind of like neglecting him socially or I guess around other people or something like that. It always came into that, and it got to the point where I just didn't want to even go out unless I was going by myself. You know what I mean? And growing up was interesting for me when I really think about it like that. Me and my brother have a great relationship now. You know what I mean? Like it's not as great as I want it to be. Like I want it to be a little tiny bit better, but I just need to be a better brother probably in some ways. But we have a great relationship now. He's doing great. Like he lives in North Carolina. He's got his own crib.
Nice.
He's doing great. You know what I mean? He fucking plays PS5. Streams when he can. He's a huge video game head. He loves drawing. He's trying to write like a book, like an animated book or something. Like, he's doing great. And our relationship is a lot better right now, so it's cool. And I feel like I can talk about these things now, right?
Yeah, no, bro, it's all good.
And that has a lot to do with my early life and early upbringing. And I have another brother, a little brother too, Corey, just like me. Literally, just like me. Literally just like me. But I don't think he has as much of an interest in that. Well, he does. He produces actually. My little brother's a producer.
Where?
Yeah. Fun fact. Yeah.
How did you end up getting into music, man?
So, I always wanted to make music. Always. Like, from the moment I saw, like, anyone play music or do music, I wanted to be music, do music. I mean, I don't remember who it was. It was some fucking guitarist. I just saw some rock star on fucking TV one day. I think it like one of the earlier ones were fucking Run DMC and Aerosmith, yeah. And I was like, yo, that's what I want to be. Like I just saw that and I just knew instantly. Like,
Run DMC and Aerosmith.
Word.
Walk This Way video.
Literally, bro. And I'm telling you, like literally, like that's like literally one of the first ones. I was like, yo, that's
Walk This Way video.
Hell yeah.
The influence of OGD.
Hell yeah, definitely. At least early on. Because early on, I didn't listen to like real hip hop, excuse me, the River one.
I kind of had the same path too, man. I always listened to like fucking Jimi Hendrix and like I was a big '60s head. Like when 6th grade and shit, I was like very like, oh bro, I look classic rock because I think the band T-shirts were so cool. And then when I got older, I got into hip hop through like Illmatic. And then I started to listen to like DJ Premier because like I really love the beats on that album. And I actually kind of regressed, man. I would listen to like fucking LL Cool J. That was like the intro to hip hop. Bro. Yeah.
Interesting. A lot of my first intros were definitely NWA, 50 Cent, DMX. DMX was a huge first influence.
Really?
Yeah.
Stark and Hell is Hot.
I think it was that album. Is that the one where
First
it's like
one?
all red and he's like he's standing in there and like the album's all red and some shit?
Nah, it's the other album.
It's
Fuck.
the one where
I know this, but I don't
Rough
know.
Riders Anthem is on that shit.
Nah, my cousins love that album. I was the first one. I always like Dark as Hell. It's hot.
Word.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I think that's a little bit before I really got in hip hop for me, because I was against hip hop a little bit at first, dude.
Really?
I thought it wasn't intellectual, and because the hip hop that was being presented to us at that time in the early 2000s was Southern hip hop, and they intentionally marketed Southern hip hop because, or at least some say, because it was less intellectual than Eastern hip hop was. They believed Eastern hip hop was too conscious, so that's why record labels paid more of attention to Southern hip hop, and we had, like a Little John and stuff like that become mainstream and popular, as opposed to what was going on in the East Coast. And at that time, I didn't even know about any of this. Like, this is stuff I learned afterwards. But at that time, though, me personally, just the person I was back then, I took kind of a stand against hip hop because I didn't like what I was hearing, and I was just really into alternative music. I really was. And NWA, 50 Cent, and shit like that is what really kind of dragged me in a little bit. Yeah.
Word, bro.
Wu-Tang.
Yeah, you look like you're very like rounded in terms of like your influences, bro. Like you look like you're into like punk and fucking like more like rock and shit, and it's like,
Oh, Papa Roach.
Papa Roach.
Oh yeah, Papa Roach. Yeah.
Come on, love it to pieces.
That's one of my least favorite songs by him.
Really? Okay, I don't know.
Everyone loves that song, but it's like Scars, bro. Fucking Getting Away with Murder, bro. Like those shits, bro. Those are great songs, bro.
Yeah.
Papa Roach was a huge influence for me musically, for sure.
Really?
For sure.
Word,
Papa
bro.
Roach, yeah, for sure.
So tell me about like some of the first times like you started to like, what were you doing like when you first started making music? Were you like?
Okay. So I was literally making music. Like my first times making music was me in my room on my computer with a microphone and a computer making a song. Like figuring it out just on YouTube, figuring that shit out. Like,
Yeah.
Like in fact, like my first microphone was a Yeti. It was a Yeti Blue mic.
You had a Blue Yeti?
That was my first one. That was
Wow.
my first one, right? But I didn't know how to use the equipment back then, and I didn't know that there was not only a sensitivity knob on the microphone, but you can also change the sensitivity in the computer itself, like on your audio devices, right? And I would record with this, like, bro, with the audio sensitivity so high, because I just didn't know, and I always would turn it on here, and I'm like, it's not making much of a fucking difference. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And like, it took me forever to realize, but like I really wanted to make music, and like that's one thing I can say about myself. Like I really wanted to do it, and like there was nothing that was gonna stop me. Like I look back at some of the things that like I would do just to there was a point when I was living in Brooklyn, and this is after I dropped out of college, right? And I was living in fucking Brownsville, and I got a iPad, and I recorded my vocals. I used an iPad as a microphone and recorded my vocals on an iPad, sent it to myself through my email, and then mixed it and made 3 songs on fucking FL Studios.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and one of those songs I think is still on my YouTube. It's called Birds. They're good songs.
Yeah.
The second one I forget the name, but yeah. So I always really nothing was gonna ever stop me from making music, for sure. Like I can say that. You know what I mean, for sure.
Alright, bro. Fucking when did you get into like the performing aspect of it? Because it's strange. Because like I'll run into people, and they're like, you were like you rock venues, man. You've been like fucking like all over the place. You like get around like trying to like continually fucking put out new performances and like really hop from place to place.
I can definitely tell you a couple things about that. My first ever live performance, as far as I'm concerned, right? Because I've done school things, you know what I mean? Like outside of a school setting, right? Was at this place called the Kimberly Project in Brooklyn. First time ever, right? I can't tell you how I got that show. I think I don't even remember how I got that performance. I might have got it through some bullshit booking company, you know, that wanted to charge me X amount of money, or I sell X amount of tickets. Horrible way to go about it, but everyone does their way to make their money. Who cares, right? Whatever. But the reason why I started doing my own shows and really pursuing like performing is there was like a point in time where I would just walk around and tell myself, all I need is an audience and a stage. All I need is an audience and a stage. And I would repeat that shit over and over again. And, you know, looking back on it now, I need a lot more. But because I said that shit, like, I just went out of my way to contact venues, like, emails, fucking other people that I saw performing, I'll contact them. Like, I'll contact anybody, dude. Like, if I see you throwing a show, I'll hit you up. I probably already hit you up. And I'll be like, yo, like, what's good? Can I hop on this bill? Or I'll show you footage of me performing, and I'll be like, I throw my own shows. I'll show you, like, I got, you know, reels of previous shows and all that type of shit. So, like, as far as, like, how I got into it, like, I just never wanted to rely on someone else for that. Like I said, like my first one was me having to sell tickets or fucking pay this like money, and it's like I don't want that to be the barrier between me and performing. Like, and if it is, like, I want to be this deciding factor. You know what I mean? I want to decide, you know, how many people or how many tickets are being sold, how much the tickets are going to be sold for, who's performing.
Damn,
you know,
you're fucking juggling mad shit, bro.
You know, like everything.
That's why at the beginning of the intro, I was like, this guy's like, fucking, you have bad heads, like a bunch of different things.
I have to, though. I have to, because if I don't do it, no one else is going to. Like, no one else is going to. And, like, I have to do it.
Yeah.
I have to. Like, I have to. You know?
No, I feel you on that. Definitely, bro. Definitely. It's like, I think a lot of artists, like, they kind of neglect that aspect to it, where it's like, it's a pain in the ass. I feel like, I don't know. I can't tell if it's easier or harder now to really crack the fucking, the creme brulee of the shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, fucking, like where it's like, because there's so many people making shit now. Exactly. And there's so many, and everybody, like, there's like all this distribution and all this stuff, and it's to really stand out, man. It's like, you know, you really gotta like you have to have a hand in like this entire like media machine where it's like you gotta make your own fucking posters. You gotta be able to fucking make an ad. You gotta be able to like support yourself. You gotta be able to fucking, and it's just that octopus hands when it's like it's. Bro, just make music.
And that's why,
you know? Like,
that's why sometimes it may seem like I'm inconsistent, right? But no, bro, I be tired. I be depressed, bro. Like, this shit is stressful. Like, that shit is hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's extremely
like,
good.
it's hard. And I feel as if, like, I feel like I deserve more. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I deserve more for what I've already put in. You know what I mean? Like, and I know I'm wrong to even say that. Because, like, if I deserved it, I would have it. You know what I mean? Or whatever the case may be.
No, bro. Sometimes it's just a sense of persistence, bro, where it's, you know, man, like, I've been doing filmmaking for like 10 years now. I started when I was like 21, and I was in LA. And I've been doing photography for even longer than that, and I was doing music for even longer than that. I've shifted from like, I initially wanted to be a graphic designer, and then I was like, yo, the graphic designers don't make any money. Let me learn how to do web design. And then I was like, fucking hate coding. It's like, it's fun. It's a very beautiful thing, but it's just so hard to do. No, I know. I'm just saying it's a hard fucking thing to do, especially back in the day. Now they have like fucking block widgets and shit. This is why we gotta get you like, what's it called? For the record, OGD's girlfriend's whatever. So fucking I couldn't sit through CSS, man. But it's so weird. So then it was web design, and then I was producing. I was just making beats for fun, and like, you know, learning how to make beats brought me into photography. And then photography, I was doing photography and beats, and I needed to find something that can like balance the two and like merge it. And I learned. I went out to LA to fucking learn how to be a producer, and I fucking found filmmaking, and it was like the most beautiful thing. It was like a life thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes I think about it, and I'm like, you know, like there's that entire grind where there's all this shit, bro. Like filmmaking, so it's like you got to build a business for every single fucking thing, and then it's like, you know, there's contracts and all these moving parts, and there's like, you know, there's photography, and there's sound can fuck up, and then the lights and the fucking thing, and then this thing's overexposed, and all of these risk factors. But it just makes you like fucking stronger, man. Like, but it's also you have to really test yourself in terms of the persistence of it, because it's like, dude, like there's rooms with just stacks of scripts, man, and it's like, you know, it's like, and those are your babies, you know what I mean? Like I have one fucking baby from like 5 years ago. I still love reading it. I could still like do lines from it, but it's not you know, I'm like probably never gonna even make it. I just have like an animated script thing, but it's all good. It doesn't matter if you don't. It's just like, it's, you gotta have this like this fulcrum, like in architecture, there's like the center point, like the cornerstone, where it's like, regardless of what you're doing, man, you gotta be able to do it for the rest of your life, even if it's not fucking like, it has to be like self-fulfilling. Yeah.
You know, I hear
sometimes
you.
It's fucking ridiculous, but everybody should be paid for it. But it's
bro,
like, so
I hear you, bro, and I definitely can do what I do for the rest of my life. I just can't do what I do for the rest of my life with no money. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do that. Like, it's just not gonna work. You know what I mean? But I love what I do. Like, I fucking love it. I love making music. I love being on stage. I love like being Only Got Dope. Like, I love the fact that there was a time where like I made up that name, and like I thought to myself, like, what does that even mean? You know what I mean? Like, who is this person? And like, you know, like that person that like is Only Got Dope is like, you know, like it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of trying to say what I'm saying without saying it, which is like,
you know what's crazy is graffiti goes through in different names. Like when a graffiti artist is making their name, it's like, I'm like, before when I was doing like, before graphic designer was doing graffiti, I was the name Snuff, and it was just because the letters worked so well together. And then I think I was like Kos and Beirut and all this shit. But then there's like, you're leaving. You created the name Only Got Dope, and you're like, what does this name like really mean? Like, how does this like really kick into each other? But you're going into it, and it's like this moniker. It's like your name, and you gotta like, you know, you find the whole theme of the name.
Exactly, and I think the best way to put it is like I at that time when I came up with the name Only Got Dope, I thought to myself, what would Only Got Dope's peers say about him? You know what I mean? And for the most part, I was able to create that. You know what I mean? I was able to create that, like, from that moment. Like, what I wanted them to say, I think, is what they would say. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
for the most part. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, I'm happy about that, at least. And, you know, I came a long way with my music. Like, I wasn't always good at music. Like there was a point where I hated my voice, for one, and I was just generally not good at making music. And just through persistency and just learning things and understanding myself and just things about music, like, I was able to create something I think that's very authentic and just, like, you know, fun. And, you know, I love making music and I love being a musical artist. And, you know, I'm kind of getting to a point where, like, you know, I've been playing with ideas of, like, kind of separating myself from the musical artist a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, because I do a lot of things, and, like, you know, sometimes it's easier for me to just kind of move accordingly. You know what I mean? And I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, like, I definitely do love making music. I can say that for sure, and I definitely want to do it for the rest of my life, and I'm going to be fucking amazing. Like, can't wait to see you guys, like, you know, what, 5 years from now? Like, I was gonna say 10, but that's way too long. You know what I mean? 5's a little too long. Like, but I'm just saying, like, millions. You know what I mean? Billions is the end goal, right? But I probably got to get into tech or create something, like, actually really tangible other than music. You know what I mean? But you know, and if not, I don't care. Like, as far as the billions, like, I don't need billions necessarily, but you know what I definitely do need, though? Like, I do need at least 1 million fucking monthly listeners. Like, at least, like, like, you know what I mean? Like, at least.
Why do you want the listener? Actually, here's a question. I think Alex.
That's a good question.
Alex was telling me the question earlier. Is if what the fuck was it? It was if your art was unobserved. But he's like, would you still do your art if nobody ever saw your art?
I would still do it, yeah, because I love listening to my own music. So, like, I would still get to listen to my own music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like,
you had zero. Nobody would ever hear it. It'd be locked into a cave.
Yeah, because I want to still be able to hear it. But, like, let's
say...
but
why would you still, like, create? Like, if there's no purpose for you to, like, not even like, no, like, listeners. Like, you know, you're making it and then it's just there and it's gone and there's no listeners, would you still create?
Well, okay, but am I not able to listen to it myself, is what you're saying?
You're just there creating. You're just there as the creator.
And I can never listen to it?
No. Nobody can listen to it.
And nobody can listen to it?
Nobody can listen to it.
Damn.
But you can't get any money from it. You can't do anything.
Does it, like, take away from, like, is it hard to make music? Like, is it, like, am I struggling? Because if that's the case, bro,
no, you're like going into too many factors into
right,
it.
I am,
it's
right?
just like, it's like, you know.
I mean, I guess not, because, like, what is the fucking point? Like, at that point, what is the fucking point? Like, what is the point? Like,
so you're saying an artist needs an audience?
I'm saying an artist needs to either love his fucking art or, yes, he needs an audience. Because other than that, like, there's no point for the art. Like, art is made to be looked at. Like, I don't think that's debatable. You know what I mean?
No. There's a non-question. You know what I mean?
That's hilarious. That's a very hilarious question.
You think about it a little bit. It's weird because I was thinking about it. I'm like, nah, I'd still fucking, like, take photos. And it's weird. Like, I love looking at my photos. I like looking at my photos for progress, but it's more of it's a lot of the act and, like, the therapy of taking the photo is really, like, my thing. It's keeping me. I had the film commissioner on a couple episodes ago, and it's like one of his hashtags is creatively sane. He's like, I have to stay creatively sane because the guy, like, he deals with, like, he works with all the towns and fucking, like, Netflix is able to fucking shout out to David Schoner. Like, Netflix wants to shoot in Patterson. He's the one who, like, deals with, like, the city for them to be able to shoot.
You should definitely, like, let him know about your homie Only Got Dope, who, you know.
Oh, I got you. Only Got Dope, ladies and gentlemen. He's gonna add actor to the first part of the thing. It's photographer, actor, graphic designer.
And you should have said actor. That's what you should have did.
Yeah, now he's got the film commissioner has to
give me a role right now.
He has to listen to 24 minutes into it. We're calling you out right now. If he responds, he's gonna probably call you. He'll be in the DM.
Really? I'm down. No,
he's fucking. He's cool, man. David, but David makes his own thing. But he makes his own productions. But It's weird. He's like,
sync licensing too. I need some sync licensing deals.
What's a sync licensing deal?
Yeah,
it's coming, man. New Jersey film is fucking picking up, man.
Let me know if you get any. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, that's the thing. That's what everybody. That's why I love film, man. When I fucking first got into. When I first went to LA, I was like, dude, this is like everything. Like, if I wanted to just make music, I could just make music and just sell it to these films. It's all the same people, you know? Like, yeah. But, like, what's it called? You know, like, just going there. It's like bringing all these film studios and bringing all these things. It's taking all this creative, like, energy. Like now you're putting all this money behind it, and now there's like this place is a soundstage, but imagine a soundstage. It's like 20 of these, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a huge, massive thing, and everybody's got like unlimited money to fucking make whatever fucking bullshit spaceship movie, you know? Like, but you know, people need fucking like music. People need like these people, and it's gonna bring this huge, like, it's like a syringe of creative energy that just fucking gets shot into the state where it's like, oh yeah, we're shooting over here. They're shooting over here, but like,
isn't Netflix building like a studio in like Central or Southern Jersey or something?
Netflix has Asbury Park, Lionsgate has Newark.
Oh, so there's a lot of new stuff coming right now, right?
Shout out to Phil Murphy, bro. Phil Murphy's kicking ass, dude.
That's dope.
Yeah, he fucking but it's because he created a good tax incentive for the fucking studios, so now the studios want to spend money over here. So it's, you know, it's good too. It's really helping Patterson a lot.
That's right.
Fucking, you know, like BET's filming, like Daria from Detroit. My buddy's trying to get me like a PA gig on it.
It's fire, bro.
Yeah, man, it's fucking, it's good. It's
I would love to get into some shit like that, like, you know, like anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very into film and even behind the scenes stuff. Like, you know, I create my own music videos, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I'm very, very into that type of stuff. And I do create music with an intent behind, or an intention of like I said, having, sync licensing deals. And like, I create it with an idea of like, would this fit in a movie? Or if this was a movie, like, or if this was put in a movie, what would the scene be? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I think of shit like that all the time. So like, I think that's one thing about my music. It's for the most part, a lot of it is very cinematic. You know what I mean? Like as opposed to like, you know, some other types of music. You know, I would definitely say that about myself.
Well, you're making genres definitely with your thing. You got Sorrow Trap. Tell me a little bit about that. How do you take form of like the clay of like your music?
Listen, man, Sorrow Trap, I've actually tattooed on my chest. And Sorrow Trap is, like you said, it is a genre. It's a genre, it's a movement. It's also, I want it to be a feeling and emotion. It's something that I take a hard time really describing, because it kind of just, it takes on a lot of forms, you know what I mean? But Sorrow Trap, very much, if I'm going to just place some parameters around it, just to give an idea, Sorrow Trap is very haunting. Sorrow Trap is melancholy, and Sorrow Trap is hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But Sorrow Trap also has a hint of something else. You know what I mean? And that's why Sorrow Trap is Sorrow Trap. And if you want the perfect example of it, listen to my music. You know what I mean? Definitely listen to my music. And one of the first songs that ever was like, to me, was like, okay, this is what I want Sorrow Trap to be, is Young Nigga Calibrate, or Young Nigga Calibrate. And it's I have a music video for it on YouTube. Shouts out to Mizu. He shot that music video as well with a majority.
Yeah, that guy's killing it, bro.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
Mizu's a great fucking director, man.
Dude, shouts out to Mizu, bro.
Yeah.
Much love to Mizu, man. Mizu's a very big part of my come up, or my start. You know, I was a part of a record label called Apollo Family Records, and Mizu was the head of that record label back in probably like 2017.
Skipping bad stuff, yo. We're getting the whole OGD story. What's it like inside, bro?
Well, you know what is okay. So I'm gonna give you that story. So when it came to Mizu, so I dropped "Summertime Suicide." That was the first music video I ever made myself. I dropped it on YouTube, got a great amount of views, and one day I got a fucking phone call, and it was Mizu, and that nigga was like, "Yo, this only got dope." I'm like, "Yeah, this only got dope. Who's this?" He told me who it was, and he just pretty much let me know, like, "Yo, I got this label," and he's like, "Bro, I shoot music videos. I see what you're doing for yourself, bro. Like I want to help you. I want to shoot your music videos. Just come be a part of my team. Come be a part of my label." table and just bring like whatever resources you can and whatever resources you have, to that, and let's build. Very ahead of his time. At that time, it was me, him, Zantana Man, Grizz in the Cut, SunCloud, Residue, and a few other members, but those were the core members that I like knew and like hung out with. There was a couple other like some from even out of New Jersey, some in PA and other places. And yeah, we were a collective. We pretty much did shows together. I was their tour manager as well as their graphic designer. Mizu did all of our videos. Mizu also handled some distribution for a couple of them, but I was already doing my own distribution by then, so I didn't really need help with that. Only thing I actually really did need from Mizu was the music videos, so that's what we kind of agreed on. And I gave back by I booked their first show. What was it? I don't want to say I had to book their first show. I'm not really sure, so I'm not gonna name the band, but I definitely was their acting manager.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of context right now. We're joined by Miley, OGD's girlfriend. Apparently, these two met here.
Yes. We did. Yeah. I guess, yeah, we did. Her first introduction, Only Got Dope, was at My Bloody Valentine. It's the first show that I threw at 237 Prototype. Probably about a year or two ago now, almost.
It was February. It was
February, but not last February.
I think so, bro. It was on Valentine's Day last
February.
It was last February.
So it wasn't even a year ago. Wow.
Damn.
That's crazy. That's insane to think about. But yeah, that was my first show that I threw here, and tell us about it.
The only way I can remember the timeline of the show is because I actually got tattooed here too.
Oh, you got a Tanya Tears tattoo.
Yeah. I had Tanya Tears here doing tattoos for that event, and she got one.
Mm-hmm.
That's some crazy alliteration now that you think about it.
Right? Tanya
Tears tattoo.
She did it on purpose. She had to, right? Oh, yeah, I'm sure. But yeah. They can't see the tattoo, but it's a locket. Wait, just describe the tattoo. What is it?
For all of you listening at home, it is a lock with a broken key in it, and it has a heart, and it's currently fading.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got that at my show, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I like to have a tattoo artist at my shows. I really do like that. Like, that's awesome.
What? Did you get one that night or two or no?
You know what's crazy? I tried, but she had done. I think she did 6 that night. That tattoo artist, she did 6 tattoos in that 4-hour span. So I was the last one, and I wanted one, and she was like, "Listen, bro, like I did so many tattoos tonight. I'm exhausted. Like for the sake of the tattoo I give you, like." Not tonight. And I was like, all right, cool. But I never got a chance to really get another one. She did do another show of mine, but she didn't do as a tattoo artist. She just came through as a clothing vendor. It was a different venue too. This one was Silk City Rich Grounds actually, and she came in as a clothing vendor. Yeah.
Word. Huh. Yeah, word, bro. How did that wasn't your first time like throwing an event, man? You were like actually you were saying you're like, yo, I'm known for throwing events in this fucking city. And like tell me a little bit about one. We're gonna go on. What was your first event? And 2, how do you go about doing these?
So the first event that I threw myself was at a venue called Boone Tunes. It was in Boonton, New Jersey, owned by this guy. I hope I pronounced his last name right. I believe it was Justin DeRico, if I'm not mistaken. And he also had this young lady who helped him out. I can't remember her name right now. I do apologize. She was very nice. Very awesome. Still have them both on Facebook to this day. But I actually threw shows there for so long that they had me as their acting hip hop curator. So anybody who ever contacted them to do a hip hop show, they would send them my number and we would figure out whatever we were gonna do. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that was really my introduction to throwing shows myself. They let me, like, I don't know how. I think I hit them. Like I said, I was just hitting up venues. So I think I just hit them up. And they were like, yeah, bro, let's see what you can do. And then from there, we just built a rapport.
Word.
Very great people.
Word.
They did close down, though, unfortunately. COVID shut them down.
Boone Tunes guys is down, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
I don't know,
dude.
man. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm a homebody, bro. I'm
It's
like,
okay.
it's the only way I'm going out is if I live in
promise
the
you,
damn venue.
If Boone Tunes was still open, I would be throwing shows there right now. And you know how hard it is to get people to come from Patterson to Boonton, New Jersey?
Yeah.
Shit is difficult.
Yeah, it's a.
I did it,
It's
though.
a different. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I definitely did. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So and then now what was last year was My Bloody Valentine.
My
That
Bloody
was a
Valentine.
fucking crazy party.
Yeah, that was great. We had so we had about 80 plus people, just known based on ticket sales, and then we did free before 8. So anyone that showed up before 8 p.m. got in for free, or maybe it was 7:30. I don't remember. But so at that point we probably had like 20 heads get in for free. So we had about 100 people in this bitch, to be honest with you, especially throughout the night. You know what I mean? Definitely my most successful show to date. As far as like turnout and just overall vibe, like it was definitely a banger. But it was well overdue. You know what I mean? I was gone in fucking North Carolina for like a year. Yeah. You know what I mean? Almost a year and a half, I think. I was gone for a while, so I hadn't thrown any shows when I was in North Carolina. I was just chilling at my own crib, fucking working as a, I worked at a call center.
Really?
Yep, for PNC Bank. Yeah.
Wow.
So like if you had PNC and you've ever had like a problem with something and you called them, you might have been talking to me.
And throwing bangers at night.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
COVID was during that time, so I went to North Carolina with the intentions of doing what I was doing up here down there. But as soon as I got down there, COVID hit. So I was an essential worker during most of it.
All right, word, bro.
Yeah, during the call center shit. But hell yeah. But yeah, I don't know why I'm staring at Miley, but we did.
Let's get a little bit of background on you. Where are you from? What's going on?
Oh, where I'm from?
Let's go to the inner machinations.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry, I'm a little nervous, but.
No, it's all good.
Hi, what's up? I'm Miley. I'm originally from the South Bronx, but.
Really?
Yeah.
Miley from the Bronx.
Boogie down. Yeah. And then I recently just moved to Jersey City, and I'm checking out the creative scene in Jersey City. So it's interesting, but like how I kind of got into like learning about the Jersey City music scene started with like a small rap-centric music scene back in the Bronx. So initially back in 2021, there was kind of like this figurehead in the Bronx rap underground scene, and he has a clothing store and brand called Bronx Native. So he was hosting like open mics with a bunch of like Bronx-based rappers, not even just Bronx-based, but just like Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, everybody in like the surrounding area. And basically he was hosting like summer open mics throughout the entire thing. So there was just like a massive crowd, and one of my friends was actually doing poetry at this open mic. So I came, and then I started like going to all the different venues after they performed, because there were so many cool like local talents in the Bronx. And then I had a friend group out here in Jersey, a very creative friend group that kind of put me on to the open mics there, because I had a little bit of experience back in the Bronx. And then I actually did an open mic in Jersey. You know, I'm pretty introverted, so that was like a big thing. But yeah, so I ended up, for some reason, back in 2021, I started coming out to Jersey, and I did an open mic in Jersey, and then one of the performers came up to me, and we became friends. And what happened after that is that he initially took me here to prototype, and I already had like a small, like
Who was it?
Huh?
Who was it?
Listen. Okay, listen. Well, no, it's because. All right. Listen.
Where's the blunt?
What's going on?
Because we're not gonna say any names of any. Like, we're gonna keep this.
Okay, all right. I don't know, man. I'm just fucking,
okay.
you know, like I was like,
just come on. There's
more of a referral credit. You get
$2
off the bar if you're referring. No, I'm just kidding.
No, there was beef. There's
like
beef around this situation, bro. There's beef. Like,
all right. I'm learning about the situation right now, bro.
I'll shit. Like, what happened? Tell him what happened. What, did I steal you? Is that what happened?
Oh shit!
Huh?
Oh my god!
Let's talk about it then.
Shots.
Is that what happened?
I'm putting on hit 'em up.
No, but I don't want to be too aggressive. I don't want to be too aggressive or too weird about it. But it isn't that big of a deal.
I'll put on Far Side. Relax.
I love Hit 'Em Up. I would love it if you played it, but I just that's my favorite song. By hell yeah, what? Hell yeah, that's my shit. I guess it is what it is. But that person did introduce us for sure.
Everything's cool now. There's no bad blood.
Nah, not over here. Whatever.
But Yeah.
Stevie Wonder, ladies and gentlemen.
No, so woo. So getting back to it, that person made the slight introduction.
Yeah.
So it's a little story, it's a funny story about how we met.
Yeah.
But I had the introduction with that person, but he never, the first show, My Bloody Valentine, he never like introduced me to you. I just saw you.
Yeah. I remember seeing her as well. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I remember seeing her because I was always looking at the crowd, but I didn't, you know, it was my fucking show. I wasn't talking, I was, you know what I mean? I was fucking in the zone, my guy.
Yeah.
I was in the zone, you know? But I do remember the first conversation we had, I'll never forget it because, like, she walked up to me, she was like, so what is Sorrow Trap? Like, and it's just like this pretty girl, like, gonna ask me about freaking Sorrow Trap. It's like, what do you even know about Sorrow Trap? Like, what are you even talking about? So, like, of course, you know, like, I was very interested, but it made sense. Like, once I realized what was going on, it made sense. Like, of course you know what Sorrow Trap is, you know what I mean? But hell yeah. So, yeah, we definitely, we try to do a lot of art and shit together. We create together, and we try to do a lot of stuff together. So, you know, she definitely, you know, I don't want to put words in your mouth or say anything for you, but I believe you definitely want to have your place in a creative space or as a creative or whatever the case may be. So, you know.
So personally, like, life is different. But professionally, I'm mostly like a coder. So I do a lot of, when you were talking about web development earlier, I was just like, oh my god, get me on.
Oh yeah. What are you like, a HTML or a CSS head?
I have experience with like web development, so I know CSS, I know HTML and JavaScript.
Are you a Python motherfucker? Yeah,
Actually,
Python's the shit, man.
I use
But I don't know how to fucking, I don't know, I'm done at JavaScript. I was just like, no, I haven't seen the sun in like 3 days.
Coding. But no, I actually use Python a lot with my current career thing. So like, I'm trying to do tech, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm doing a data analytics program, but I want to use tech for creative things.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, because when I started getting into the like the Jersey kind of like music scene, I was like kind of like in awe of it because it's just so different and kind of like just being an outsider looking in, I was like, oh my gosh, so many cool creative people kind of vibing on that same ecosystem. Like, I want to be a part of this. Like, I feel like I could belong here, but I didn't know how to do it because, like, I don't have, like, a physical, like, creative talent yet. So I was just like, oh, like, I could probably, like, help, you know, artists have, like, a digital presence, like, make a website or making sure their social media is intact, or
Yeah.
I'm actually, like, I'm trying to go back to school for like audio engineering so I can help with like mixing and mastering because that's a problem he's currently facing. So I was just like, oh, I can help like with the engineering stuff if I get good at it.
I do engineer all my own music. I'm trying to get better. I'm self-taught. I'm okay for what I'm working with, but I'm at that point where I want to get better. I'm even thinking about going back to school for it. Honestly, like
Yeah.
I really want to get better at it. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
Yeah, you'd like John Cohn. He's a resident here. He learned C++ to be able to code musical plugins for DAWs. Yeah.
That's so fucking cool.
Yeah, I was like, he's like, I really like this DAW. And he's like, but like, you know, I want to be able to do it, and he learned C++. I mean, like, I could be butchering it. Maybe there's a couple other reasons, but he's like, he was just telling me, he's like, one of the main things is that like, it's that the plugins are all coded in C++, and then you have to enter this entire community, like stuff like, you know what I mean? Of like, that's the thing is web was like, it's a very beautiful art form. You know what I ended up doing a lot? I'm always like kind of getting into tech, but I got into tech, not SQL, but like creating like databases. But I fucking yeah.
No,
But I would just build a huge database like for fucking This is a funny story, bro. I actually stole like all the USC. It's all good, bro. People are lighting houses on fire and shit.
All right.
USC. This is like fucking 5 years ago.
Now let me stop.
USC has syllabuses, right? Actually, that's stealing. I just downloaded the syllabuses. But there's all the syllabuses from USC, and I got all the syllabuses of like every class, and they have the required textbook of the class. So I stole all the books. I didn't but I stole a digital copy of the books. But I found a way to get all of them. You curate them all, and then you fucking I had them all like organized and shit, where it was like, say if you wanted to take like advanced accounting and your required textbook was advanced accounting, it would just, you take that structure and then you import it into like a streaming service, so you don't have to, nobody has to pay for books anymore.
Listen, bro, you need to bring that back and help these college kids out, because they recently deleted a whole pirated library of textbooks. Bro, textbooks
What,
are...
LibGen?
Yes.
They didn't get rid of LibGen. There's like 18 mirrors of that shit.
I think it was like ZQ library.
Nah, yeah, that was one of the mirrors. Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
They'll never stop pirating. Like, they'll never be able to get rid of that, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
You know
bro.
what I mean?
I think it's a fucking, it's a thing. It fucks up humanity. It doesn't fuck up humanity. It's good to have a process of filtration where it's like, if you really wanted the thing, like if you really want, like if I really needed this Picasso 1917 to 26 book, and I was like, and I was looking up the publisher and I was looking at the shit, and I like just fucking give it to the people. Don't charge everybody like fucking. It's like $100, like, or $150 sometimes just for a textbook, and it's for that specific course. And when you take the fucking course, the teacher doesn't even read out of the textbook, bro. But you know what I mean? But people are like, oh, you got this fucking thing. It's like, dude, why don't you just make a streaming service and then just shut this up? Everybody just,
That's very smart, actually.
Yeah. Doesn't work though, bro. I've seen like 6 lawyers about this shit. They're like, nah, it's like the copyrights of it. You have to it's like every single book has like individual copyrights. It's not. It doesn't work like labels where. Yeah, but it's crazy because there is that piracy that exists.
I pirated all. Well,
you pirated your DAW?
All of it.
Yeah,
all
everybody did, bro.
Yeah,
the LimeWire crack on Fruity Loops spawned more like fucking like musicians than like the fucking Renaissance.
Pirate Bay for me.
You were a Pirate Bay. Oh, you're a
Pirate Bay.
torrent guy.
Hell yeah, man.
Alright,
I go
good.
to Pirate Bay. If not Pirate Bay, I can find some shit through YouTube, but Pirate Bay. I go to Pirate Bay instantly. Whatever one, I Pirate Bay.
The YouTube searching for DAWs, man. Was
You could
nuts.
do it though. You can. It is nuts, but you could do it. You gotta be careful.
Bro, I found one where it was Reason had this program called Recycle. It's all good. But again, Reason has this program called Recycle. This is like 2010. And it was just like a thing that would chop the audio for you. So you would just get, so say you hit it with a sample. ESX24 and Logic does it too.
Sounds like Audacity.
Kind of. It's a little bit like Audacity. Okay. I liked Reason a lot. My buddy John Page, he fucking was a huge Reason head, bro. Like he was, because he's like trained in analog, so he's like able to like, Reason's just analog like DAW. But yeah, man, I would just go like YouTube video, and like they would just send you to like Mediafire, and like
Uploadzilla or some
yeah, or like Z Cloud or something, and it fucking dude, like I feel like if you fucking do that much, man, you should just be able to get it for free.
Yeah, right. You know.
Do miss the LimeWire days though, where it would like you would download a song and it would be like DJ drop fucking that shit doesn't get that anymore.
You know how many times I got rickrolled as a kid looking for shit?
Really?
I got rickrolled so many times, bro. What? I got rickrolled so many times as a kid. Like so many times. Like I can't even, like, it was a thing. Like I remember that as a kid.
He's got trauma and shit,
bro. Because there was a point where like anything I
this
ever
is
wanted,
the Drought 3.
there was a rickroll for that shit. Like I swear, like there were so many. I don't even know what I was looking up. Like I don't know if they were like video game trailers or whatever. I think a lot of them were video game trailers, but I got rickrolled a lot as a kid for sure. Great song, by the way. Love that song. You up, never gonna let you down. That's a great song.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
So, you know what? Thank God it revived fucking Rick Astley's career. Like, think about it. Like, imagine coming back after like an 18-year dormancy, and then you have the #1 like YouTube video because they're like somebody just made like a weird joke where no matter what you do, if you click this link, it'll end up back at your song. I think he did that shit. He's like probably like a billionaire or some shit now.
Right.
Imagine.
I don't know if that works. I don't. You talking about Rick Roll? I
Yeah.
don't know if those LimeWire. I wonder those. No, because I got Rick Roll.
LimeWire wouldn't work.
Because that's what I'm saying. I got Rick Roll on LimeWire a lot. Like a lot of shit I downloaded from LimeWire. I remember that shit being Rick Roll, like just a Rick Roll fucking music video, like a lot when I was a kid.
I remember the YouTube video. Like, so people, you would be able to remember the fucking link at one point. It would be like the watch thing. It would just be all the crazy numbers.
What do you mean?
Like you would be able to remember the link of Rick rolling on
Rick
YouTube.
Roll
That's
video.
how many fucking times people get fucking.
That's crazy. I wasn't hip. I wasn't hip. I don't know. Fuck all that though. I got a new song coming.
What's it called?
It's a diss track.
It's not a diss track. It's not.
We have to put on.
Can we actually put it on?
got to this jazz.
Can we? No, it's a love
this
it.
guy wants to go to hit him up.
You'll love it. You'll love it. And it's not a diss track. She's saying that because she thinks it's a diss track to her. But it's not a diss track. It is not a diss track to her. It's actually, if you ask me, it's actually a love song. It's actually a love song.
Is it a love song or a diss track?
It's
we
a
need
love
to clarify
song
this right now.
diss track.
We're gonna hear it.
Yeah, I'll airdrop it to you right now. Also have it on USB if that's possible.
Nah, airdrop's best. Yeah. So where you said you go to school?
No. Actually, right now I'm not in school. But I'm going to go to school soon. I'm trying to go this year because I kind of miss it. But yeah, I just really like the creative scene. Everyone brings like a really cool, different aspect to like not only like different versus like medias.
Yeah.
Like there's dope painters, there's dope rappers, singers, performance artists, and like I feel like that needs to kind of be like amplified and put like more out there.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's so lively, and I feel like a lot of people, especially if they're not within a music scene, kind of miss out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very. It's crazy. That's what I love about coming back home, man. Was like, he's got it.
Sorry, it's playing off my phone. My fault. I'm trying to airdrop it.
Nah, that's all good. Was coming back after like 8 years. I was in the woods for a long ass time, and
You're in the woods?
yeah, I lived in Northern California, like woods for 6 years, and coming back and just like seeing the scene, man, like go to bed at 9.
Yeah, that's actually not the most final version I have, but it's close enough.
All right, we're gonna be listening to this. All right, OGD's got a new single. It's called "Go to Bed _9."
Code name. That's the code name.
Oh,
guys.
okay. This is a diss track / love song, and here it is right now, ladies and gentlemen. Oof.
And she woke up on this evening with a pain inside her head. And we're both better off sleeping, we should go to bed instead. But we laughed, then we cried, first we're at each other's necks. You're the apple of my eyes, watch your blood all in my bed. If I hit another side, I'll put a bullet in my head. If you're with another guy, I pray he's just as good in bed. Cause you always got complaints while I'm begging you for head. Then you say we out of sync, I say girl just go to bed. But we laughed and we cried, cause we both don't know what's best. I just hate to be alone, you just hate that you're depressed. Now she swears that we need space, I say give the world a set. Shut up, listen to those voices when they were inside my head. And she woke up on this evening with a pain inside her head. And we're both better off sleeping, we should
Oh wow,
go to
this
bed
song has a
instead.
feature by
But we
King
laughed
Trippy.
and we cried.
Shout out to
First
King
we're at each
Trippy.
other's necks. You're the apple of my eyes, watch your blood all in my bed. If I hear another sigh, I'll put a bullet in my head. If you're with another guy, I pray he's just as good in bed. Cause you always got complaints while I'm begging you for head. Then you say we out of sync, I say girl just go to bed. I said, girl, just go to bed, but we laugh.
Yeah, dude. I have a much better version of that song, I think, as far as like the engineering goes. But it's a great song. It's great. But I just learned some new things about some of the plugins I was using recently. So
Dude, that was really, really good.
yeah,
bro.
that's the new one. That's the banger. That's the
You know what I noticed, bro? Is I feel like you matured a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
At least I'm trying. I hope so.
No, I know, but like you matured a lot in the music. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Like
Thank you.
like that's beautiful, bro. I really like that.
I appreciate that.
How'd you come up? How'd you do like some of the production for it?
Okay,
Like
so
the guitar is fucking really nice, really
okay,
nice,
so
poppy.
the beat itself is damn, I forget his name. It's a producer. I totally forget his name. Sorry, I don't know his name right now. I'll put it in the whatchamacallit, the description. I can't remember his name. But you
He
know,
appreciates you.
yeah, I do appreciate you, and I don't want to say the wrong name. But you know, just like I have a lot of producers that I work very closely with that send me beat packs all the time.
Yeah.
And then just like everyone else, like I'll just go on YouTube and I'll just like type in however I'm feeling, and I'll look for a fucking instrumental. You know what I'm saying? And this may have been one of the YouTube ones, but regardless of that,
That's nice,
you know,
bro.
Yeah, thank you. I do
Nah,
appreciate
I really
it.
like it.
I'm not, you know, one thing to be clear, I'm not a producer. You know, I am a producer, but I'm not a beat maker. I'm not a beat maker. Like I add sounds, I can arrange, you know what I mean? But I don't make the beats entirely from the beginning. Like I've had some very bare beats before where I've added a lot to the beats and like really, you know, but I've
Yeah.
never created a beat from scratch and like this is my beat. Like no. Like I've always worked with a producer either like through the internet, like or, you know, through YouTube, you know what I mean? But most of the time if I do like come across a producer whose beats I like, I always reach out and I always build some type of rapport and we always start like really like fucking with each other and working from there.
Word.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, it's great, dude.
Coming
Oh,
soon.
yeah.
Coming soon.
OGD, ladies and gentlemen, where can we find you?
You can find me absolutely everywhere. I'm on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, everything.
MySpace.
MySpace. Well,
Friendster.
I really am on MySpace, except for Friendster.
AIM.
He's
He's like one of the 5 active users on AIM still.
Right. Only got dope. All one word. No spaces. I also game a lot, so you can find me on PlayStation and Twitch as well, or YouTube right now. I do YouTube Live instead of Twitch right now. So
Word.
YouTube Live. But hell yeah, dude, this has been amazing. It's been mad fun. So appreciate you a lot. Dude.
And
Thank you.
And where can we find you, Jamali?
Dang, I don't remember.
Afternoon FM, ladies and gentlemen.